All right, my friends. Today, I just want to share with you a few minutes on how to figure out how much your COBRA would be. And I don't even know what COBRA stands for, but it's not the snake. It's when you leave your work, you have legal right to continue your employer health insurance for 18 months after you separate from service. This is because of the Kennedy-Kassebaum bill, 1995 or 1996. Kennedy, of course, the well, whatever. But Nancy Kassebaum was a very moderate Republican senator woman from Kansas, as a matter of fact. And so the Kennedy Kassebaum was a big deal back in 1996. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh," and it turns out to have actually been quite important. A lot of people thought it wasn't going to do anything. So when you leave your employer, you know for a fact that you can maintain your employer-sponsored health coverage. That is a fact for 18 months. Now, your employer is not obligated to contribute anything to it. So it'll be all on you plus a 2% premium. All right, that's just how it works. So basically, you're saying, all right, if I'm paying $350 a month for health insurance through my employer to cover my entire family, which is what we were paying, how much do you think more will be when you leave and you separate from service and you got to pay the whole bill? And that's where some surprises could happen. And so I'll just share with you how you figure this out. You take your W-2, all right, so you got your W-2 form. And I don't want to show you mine. I don't know if you can see that, your W-2. And this is from 2016. And then you just look at your W-2 for the year end and you go to line 12C. All right, so 12C, or it actually should be DD. All right, Delta Delta. So you're looking for, I'm not sure if it's going to be 12C, but you're looking on line 12 and you're looking for DD. And that, if you slip it over to the back end here, DD will say, that is going to be the cost of employer-sponsored health coverage. All right, so for me in 2016, the entirety of the cost was $21,669. So we take $21,669 times by 1.02, and it's going to be $22,000 right there was I had to pay. And that was just for the end of 2016. At the end of 2017, it was more. So I was paying $2,000 a month for the entirety of my health coverage when I left USAA. Before, I was paying $350 a month, and that's how much USAA was subsidizing the total cost of my health insurance. That's what, $1,650 a month, and that include vision, that include dental, and include health. But that's a pretty significant hit. I was stunned, to say the least. So when I left work, I was paying $350. And then it went to COBRA. I was paying a hell of a lot more than that. I mean, that's just a fact. And you can see that. But again, look at line 12 of your W-2 and look at line where it says DD. And that's going to be your employer cost, how much it costs for the employer to provide you for health insurance. I also have line AA just as a designated Roth contribution. All right. So I had AA, and I also had number C, which was taxable cost of group term life insurance over $50,000. $50,000 is tax deductible. So you might have a bunch of different codes in there. But again, DD, Delta Delta, is how much it costs for your health insurance provided by your employer. You know, so the employer, the entirety cost is we'll just say $22,000. You're paying some, the employer is paying some. How much you're paying, how much the employer is paying is what you're going to pay on top of what you're currently paying when it's said and done. So you just look at that DD, divide by 12, and that's your monthly premium right there for your COBRA for the exact same policy you have. So now you know, if you're making $24,000 a year and you think I'm going to go quit my job and then I'm going to take COBRA, and you see that's going to cost me $24,000 a year in health insurance, hey, more power to you. I'm not saying don't do it, but just you got to know the cost. So that's how you figure out how much it costs for COBRA if you're thinking about quitting your job. So just keep that in mind. I hope you like what you see. We'll be doing a bunch of tutorials on health insurance because it's just a mess. But hopefully it'll educate you because I'm trying to educate myself too. So we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.